Thanks for staying with us. As I said, Thursdays are our talk days, and today we decided to have a conversation concerning premarital sex. And the reason why it was important to have this is because in recent times, even in the past few years, we've had so many stories from couples who said that they wanted to adhere to the custom of not getting into marriage with premarital sex. Well, after they enter, they now realize either the spouse is unable to fulfill their marital obligations in the room, or they are impotent, or something happens where he or she can't even be adequately effective. There are different issues women go through, men go through in marriages just because of that singular rule. Don't do it before marriage. Now, what are your thoughts? Should we begin to modify this rule? Many of us, our religion doesn't allow us to do it. And we've also found that even within our religion, there are people who are frustrated. I know a story of a woman who kept herself as she should have, got into marriage and found out that the man was unable to, I think either he didn't have, or there was something like that. Or something crazy. I can't remember the details anymore. But the point is that this deception that we talk about all the time, should we begin to encourage young, responsible adults to engage in this practice so that there's full disclosure before they enter marriage? Or should we continue to uphold that singular rule of don't do it before marriage? Please call us on the numbers on your screen, 081 0764 1679 0902 163440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Entertainment _ using the hashtag YourView on TVC. We'd love to read your tweets. Ladies, who'd like to go first? Nimbusi, you want to jump in here? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are not for the public. Yes, because I have 2 daughters. And I have been opportune to handle cases of, people not having sex, and then they got married, and what they saw was not what they were expecting to see. And I had 2 cases very close to home. One was a friend, another was a family member, that the marriage is no longer working. And when this was happening, I was just asking myself, if one of my daughters comes to me tomorrow and says, Mommy, okay, what do you think? There's this guy that I like, and but now, what do you think? Should I try? Should I? Because I have open conversations with her, and I'm expecting that at that time she won't be secretive all of a sudden. She will still, yes. How would I respond
carefully
on this thing I want to say? I'm not even answering you. Just relax. I got my head on this morning. So what will I tell her? I was processing in my head. I even had a conversation with my husband. I said, if your daughter comes to us and says, what will you say? He said, It's the kind of things we have seen. Hey, do we say, according to the scriptures, it says, or do we say, use your head? Till today, I can't answer. Exactly. And I'm dreading that day because I know it will come. Exactly. They are growing up and they will have that conversation. Exactly. What I would advise is, let your intuition guide you. Exactly. Right? Do not get into the relationship because of what your people have said, people around you have said, what your pastor said, what your mother has said. You are a full-blown spirit. You can have your own guidance. There are some people who did not do anything before they got into a marriage relationship. There are some people that were married on this table now. There are some people that were married from their father's house. Some people had to go to school to meet their husband. Other people had to hang out at events to meet their... Do you understand? Some people married as virgins. Other people did not. But that is not the crux of the conversation in their marriages today. That's not what is holding the marriage, whether the marriage is successful or not. So go with your leading. It's not BC that will tell you what to do. So, I know what I will tell my daughter.
You see, we are adults,
I wonder what you tell her.
We are adults now, Waiki, and we are smarter, we are more exposed, we have information. But don't compare us to a 20-some-year-old girl who goes to church. Her entire life is morning after she's going to clinical service, midweek service, and she's back-to-back hearing, thou shalt not. So she's in that state where she dare not. And many of them have been so devoted to their religion, and they choose that, make that choice. They now enter it, and they're like, oh my goodness, this guy is... So my question is this, and I've asked it before in the past, before you answered it, is this thing called intimacy, is it extremely important?
It is.
Why they talk like this?
Extremely important in a marriage.
Is it like, no, but their marriages do it without it and they're okay.
Are they?
Are we the one overwhelming? No, you'll be surprised.
No, we're not. Sex
I think
is
we're
very,
over.
no, sex is very
Are they really
essential.
okay?
And
There
it's
are
a very
people who are
important
having
part
it
of a
and they are
relationship,
okay.
of a
They
marriage.
think they are okay.
Of a marriage, they're not okay.
We
No,
know
it's
they are not okay.
We can't even undermine the importance of sex
Yeah.
in a marriage, Mariah. We can't. It's very important. Like you rightly said, if I pick it from where you stopped, which is talking about the church girl, you know, and all of that. Yes, I will stand by it for, yes, from the religious perspective, and also even from the fact that what if they start to engage in the premarital sex? We all know what happens in majority of cases where there's premarital sex, and because sex has been involved, there's see finish, and the guy goes away. How about that? So if you want to drop the religion bit and say, okay, too churchy, all right, put that aside for a split second and
Let
look
me
at
interrogate that for a second.
All right.
The modern woman doesn't have a problem with you. You do it,
Running
get out,
away.
Oh,
get,
please.
get out of...
Say something else.
So how many people you should go,
So in the
next?
A modern woman will tell you, listen, hey, you are in, you do what you want, you don't like it, no problem, go. And they feel empowered enough to make that choice. They might not do it as often, or maybe back to back, but they'll tell you that, listen, I would make my choice and I'll still do it again. That's what a modern woman said. They won't tell you, yeah, because I one has gone, no, hey, my life has ended, oh, yeah.
She'll keep doing it.
I'm just telling you the reality. But let me come to you, Niva, and then I'll come back to you.
I'm afraid that's a
Elijah, what are your thoughts on this matter?
Of course, my thoughts are already, you can guess, it's totally wrong. I don't think anybody's guinea pig. How many tests do you want to test before you're sure where you're going?
That's it.
You make it seem like it's cast in stone. So if you find out somebody that you're married to is not sexually active, you divorce the person, you move on.
My religion, you don't divorce. You can divorce in my, but in my one, you can't divorce.
Okay, there are several grounds for divorce in Islam that, makes sense to me. If somebody deceives you into an inconvenience in marriage, you don't have to stay there.
Also
You are not compelled to. But if you love the person enough to want to be a cover for that person and give up those pleasures that God has guaranteed for you, it's your choice also. So women stay in such marriages and manage what they see and are contented with other things. But if it is not working for you, nobody say you should die there. If you can live for comfort of wealth and class and all of that, you can live for sexual whatever. But that does not say because you want to guarantee sexual prowess, you will now, how many waka you want waka?
That's it.
Before you run mad, you turn to check
you
and do.
assuming that the first waka or the second waka no good.
So let's
I
have a question. Can I ask?
Waka the second one and you catch
wait. It's good when you ask that question. It's good. So if your first waka is not is good or not good, how do you know because you've not waka before?
You try.
You are the one who set a standard by wakaring several times before you say one is not good.
Absolutely.
No. What if it doesn't start?
If waka is not an experience.
Wait now. Waka gets level. What if this one is not even responding at all and it's the first? You have not had any other one. It's just the first, but there's no action.
You don't get now. That's what you don't get.
And you don't marry finish.
Now you don't get now. Okay, now she's saying that if you marry and the person is not even responding, he's not sexually, doesn't have arousal, it doesn't have arousal, it doesn't stand. You don't get experience. That means nothing happened. You still remarry. You're not looking for sexual prowess. You're looking for, what's it called? Intimacy and compatibility sexually. You're not looking for, so you're not doing a guinea pig example up and down.
Absolutely.
It doesn't, I can't process it when they say, do before you enter. How many do you want to do?
Okay, that's you talking to one sect of women.
Yes, no. Wait,
when you finish,
I want to learn this point because I heard you when you say some people from their fathers as well. I know. If you enter this business, it's like entering a new field of study or anything. It's the more practice you do, that you get better. And both of you test on each other. That's the most beautiful thing to me.
Okay, let me interrogate this one. Before you go there, let me interrogate her for a second.
We'll take it up.
So there is a situation, I've said this before, where a young girl gets into a marriage, right? And because she's totally innocent, she came in fresh. She had no clue. So she now entered, and the guy is not doing anything properly. The whole thing is dull, and because she doesn't know better, she's okay with it. And she's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And then, God forbid, one correct person somewhere just showed up and just compliments her somewhere, does something, and she now realizes her body is mixing up, and she's wondering, oh my goodness, what's going on here? Because I've never felt like this with my own husband, though. What's going on? And then gradually she's thinking, that feeling I have, I want to have it again.
Yeah.
And it happens. I mean, it's a colleague in her office, he's coming with somebody, and gradually she now realized my body is moving. What's going on? And she wants to be in that space. So it's because the point is that we assume that once you enter, even as a novice, that's your choice. Stay there. But it doesn't always happen. So you now say women are cheating. It's because something happens.
That's the point.
Like, I'll let you jump in. The anytime you can jump in. Go ahead.
Let me jump in. Of course, majority of women, guys or men compliment us. So it shouldn't be a big deal. Men compliment what we wear and how we look and all of that. Even better than our husbands will do it at home. It shouldn't make any difference to you. No, it shouldn't. If a man compliments a woman, that now doesn't mean that you should now say him better than your husband or a bit more.
Their compliments are their compliments. So I think what she is trying to say is, it's not just the compliments. You are attracted to this person. Let's use the right word.
Attracted to the person.
Yes, and you can be married to somebody and
Cockroach
get
don't
attracted
do your eyes.
to other people.
Exactly.
Cockroach don't do your eyes.
Let's be real here. We are human beings.
Right.
You may have seen this person and something just clicks. And it's just chemistry.
Yes.
You've not even had a conversation with the person, but
It's physics.
I'm just...
Yes, now.
But as a woman, should you not guard yourself?
I don't understand. Guard yourself from feeling. The thing is not to act on the feeling, but you can have the feeling.
Let me let Georgia land that
from
point. I'd like you to say that again. Guard yourself. What does that mean?
From
As
the
a
feeling.
woman, Mariah, come on. We're women, we're married.
Okay.
Are we supposed to let ourselves loose and fall on compliments and allow compliments to make us blush and feel
I've never
mushy? Nah, forget it.
Let me
leave the
conversation.
I totally disagree.
You see, I think the problem with our society is because we are judgmental and because we carry religion and put it on our head. In fact, it becomes our way of life. It becomes everything that we have forgotten about life. We've forgotten about living. So you as a woman, you say you go into a marriage, because you don't know anything about life, you will... I hear what Mariah is trying to say. You go into a marriage, you are sexually inexperienced, maybe your man doesn't even know how to satisfy you. He will carry you to a certain level, and because he knows nothing, or he's not even concerned
Exactly.
about you.
Yeah.
He's only concerned about his own fulfillment.
Yes.
So he will now leave you hanging. And then you will now start to be thinking, there's something. And then somebody will come and touch that button that's...
He has left untouched.
So, Georgia.
Yeah, let me finish. He has...
Wait, YK is not saying what you're saying. She's saying something else.
And then you now start to feel urges that you didn't realize
Was there.
That is why, I wanted to read...
personal trainer.
I wanted to read Corey Michael. He says, this is a very sensitive issue. Though, if you want to buy a car, won't you take it for a test drive? But religion frowns on it. Wait, the test drive can be you, the test drive can be him. The test drive is mutual. It is not because...
Nobody's using anybody.
We are looking at it as the woman doesn't deserve sexual gratification.
Yes.
It is only the man that deserves sexual gratification. So a woman can live till 50. She has never had orgasm in her life.
YK has finished it.
You see, that's why I said she wasn't saying what you were saying.
It's a
totally different conversation.
No.
Madam Moderator, wait. You push it down vex. When we started this conversation, we talked about a unisex need for sexual satisfaction. But across gender, we did not specify gender. That's why I said when YK was making a point, I understood that point immediately. It was a different point, a point of where women's satisfaction sexually wasn't an issue. You were an object of sexual satisfaction, not you deserving sexual satisfaction. So that's a completely different topic. That topic we can have a full day on it.
But it is linked.
It's not linked. What is linked is
it's linked.
Oh, of course it's linked. But what we were talking about was across. Should be premarital sex be an option?
So what YK is saying.
So across gender now, it shouldn't be.
The issue I raise is what leads to what YK is saying. They lead to each other. So we can start from being not aware.
What YK is saying is a societal issue. We live in a patriarchal society. Men obviously see women as sexual objects that are to satisfy their sexual needs. They don't know whether women have sexual needs. Some people are raised that way.
Okay, let me go on a short. When I come back,
Yeah,
continue this
yeah,
conversation.
put Alasi,
Stay
put
with us.
bridge.
No.
Put
it's not
distinction.
I disagree.
Put
We'll
bridge.
continue this conversation. Stay with
I
us.
marry homosexual.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.